Okay, this is escalating fast. President Trump just told Cuba to make a deal before it is too late, and he says there will be zero oil, zero money going to the island. That's his post on Truth Social after the U.S. move that secured Venezuelan oil shipments following Nicolas Maduro's capture. Here's the context in 30 seconds. For years, Cuba leaned on Venezuela, Trump's words, large amounts of oil money. And the data backs up the oil part. Between January and November 2025, Venezuela sent around 27,000 barrels a day to Cuba, roughly half of Cuba's oil deficit, according to shipping data and Venezuelan state oil company docs. U.S. intelligence says losing that flow would be brutal for Cuba's economy. Cuba's response? Defiant. President Miguel Diaz-Canel posted that Cuba is free, independent, sovereign, and nobody dictates what we do. He added, Cuba does not attack. It prepares, ready to defend the homeland to the last drop of blood. This all comes after a deadly flashpoint. The Cuban government says 32 of its military personnel were killed during the American operation that captured Maduro. They were in Caracas under a Cuba-Venezuela security agreement. Diaz-Canel fired back, saying those who turn everything into a business, even human lives, have no moral authority to point the finger at Cuba. Now, layer that over Cuba's ongoing crisis. Even before Maduro's capture, people were dealing with severe blackouts, long lines at gas stations and supermarkets, the worst economic crunch in decades. Intelligence assessments say agriculture, tourism, and more are already strained by blackouts, sanctions, and wider dysfunction. So what does make a deal actually mean? Best guess, Washington wants concessions, maybe on political prisoners, security cooperation, or regional activity, in exchange for relief or some wiggle room on energy lifelines. But with Havana digging in and Trump drawing a hard red line, the window to negotiate looks tiny. Bottom line, if Venezuelan oil is cut and no deal lands, Cuba's lights get dimmer, lines get longer, and tempers get hotter, fast. I'll keep watching this one because the next 72 hours could set the tone for months.